Hey guys, this is my series about protein. Yes. Okay, this is business. La 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 la. I'm hyper. It's afternoon. It is hot as freaking hell here in LA. I'm sweating up a storm. Jeez. The air conditioning is so loud. Like, so I'm like got a fan on that's just not doing enough here. Oh, jeez, it's hot. I'll appreciate this video in the summer. I mean, in the winter. Here we go. Okay, you know how I love to digress. And I got super energy now, so I'm all over the place. But there is kernels of information in there that is beneficial for all of us. So let's get right onto it. Protein. Okay, you guys, I've done this before, so this is kind of regurgitated information, but since I'm doing a series, you're going to hear it again. Make sure that your protein is not high. The Atkins diet in the past was eating so much protein. In fact, you were supposed to eat as much protein and fat as you needed to have a sense of satiety and fullness, and that would be a normal reaction that you shouldn't overeat, because how much freaking protein and fat could you eat? So we'd eat a percentage, feel full, it takes forever to digest, so you'd have a really hardcore sense of satiety, and that would make people lose weight because they're just not eating all these simple carbohydrates. Blood glucose rises, insulin makes you store fat, too much glucose creates AGEs, advanced glycation end products, so things get shunted into the fat cell in an emergency response. There is no emergency response with proteins and fats, yes? Dense molecules, again, this is like the 10th video with sirens going by. What's happening, you guys, to society? That's a problem. But I digress. Let's get to my Zen space. Okay, watch your protein. Trust. With the reports that I get back from the people that work with me, the after coaching, yes, that much protein. If your protein tolerance is here, and you're like here with the protein, you don't adapt. Your blood glucose number starts spiking and you feel tired in that afternoon because you have too much protein. Now, I mentioned in the last video, watch processed meats. Bacon, salami, beef jerky, frickin' sausage. Often it's very cured in sugar, which is hidden sugars, which can, I mean, really, isn't it weird that you have to ask for sugarless meat, like sugar-free meat? I mean, weird. I don't know, the whole thing is like, yippee! Okay, but we want, sometimes I'm like, make your own sausage. I mean, how hard is it? Make little 2-ounce turkey patties with some Italian spices. Do some like thyme, oregano, basil, garlic, salt, pepper. Make those little 2-3 ounce patties. Put them in your oven because that's going to be a lot of patties. It's going to be like 15 patties. Bake them. Boom. There's your little sausage patties with your eggs. Or if you can't deal with eggs, that'll be your morning sausage patty with something that's high in potassium like spinach or avocado could be a breakfast, for example. Okay, guys, the protein. Get off the protein shakes. Watch your BCAAs. Watch them because when they're in powdered form, they can have an insulinogenic effect and they can raise blood glucose and they can block your keto adaptation. Not in everybody, but kind of like in most people, because protein synthesis is very, the amino acid synthesis is very, very sensitive when you're trying to keto adapt. So just cut it out for now. So some of the experts like Volek and Finney are like, you could do your BCAAs. I don't, because keto is reparative anyway. Your body, and plus you're going to train smart, right? You don't need to take your muscles to failure. You want hypertrophy? You got it. This is a woman, 40, I'm just turning 47 very soon, and I've gained 11 pounds of muscle everywhere. You grow muscle because you become insulin sensitive, yeah? And then the GLUT4 receptors pop out of the muscle cell and gobble up whatever carbohydrates so they don't go to your fat cells, so you get shredded. Yes? Now only insulin, it takes a little bit of insulin to do an amazing job, which is the way we were designed. That's the way we're designed. Watch that protein. Ketogenesis is about moderate protein. Now the kind of protein, that matters. I talked about the processed meats. But even if you're buying steak, be careful. That stuff is freaking toxic. It's got like the cows are injected with hormones and like with the milk. They got to put the antibiotics to fight the infection. So you got pus, you got the antibiotics, you got bacteria. You got all this stuff, and so then they pasteurize it and heat it, and then the milk is dead, and the food is dead, and it doesn't have the protein that you think it has in it with the milk. And when it comes to the steak, they pump this like freaking preservative, was it pink, slimy, goopy stuff to preserve it and make it in diet to make it look more red. It's really disgusting. So, F that freaking nasty meat. Yes, grass-fed, bison, cow, yes, probably a little bit more, not a little bit, a lot beneficial. Like I said before, people have mentioned about not eating protein. Well, let me tell you something. I sometimes can become anemic because women bleed. Yes, we lose iron. And those vegan supplements, I tried them 2 months, don't work. You know what worked? Bloody grass-fed beef, because it's got heme in it. There's no heme in vegetable frickin' supplements. And that was the only way that I could clear up my iron deficiency, menstrual iron deficiency, and get my iron levels back up so I could be strong, yeah, oof, and gain even more muscle and get even stronger and be healthier. And healthy cells. What? What now? What you gonna say about that? I'm not iron deficient. I'm not B12 deficient. I don't have pernicious anemia. I'm strong as an ox. There's no lethargy going on here. Now what? Hey guys. I get a little on my little rant phase. This is me close to 50. Yes? Because I've done epigenetic gene expression and I have preserved my telomeres, you know, in that shoestring. Yes? Yes? It's amazing. The older I get, the younger I become, the more muscular and the more shredded and the better sleep and the better skin quality I get from getting my freaking cholesterol and keeping my reproductive system in balance. I'm still ranting. Eat protein. It is what it is, because that's what our hunter-gatherers did, because plants grow cyclically 10 weeks out of the year. What did we do before we had genetically modified plants and hybridized to be more sweet, and it wasn't growing? We didn't have, you know, to ruin the soil, like, you know, a crop after crop after crop after crop after. Our soils are depleted. So, with that said, we hunted. We were hunter-gatherer society. And in the fat, they ate the fatty bits like the eyeballs, the tendons, the tongue, these fatty bits that have all these amazing fat-soluble vitamins in it. And the liver, chock-filled with vitamin C. Okay, guys, that's my rant on protein. Just make sure that you get enough protein, guys. You know, it depends on your size and your fitness level. But if you're very, very fit, you can hover around 100. If you're big, tall, jacked up dude, around 100. Yeah, there's some people 6'4" that are eating 90 freaking grams of protein. So if you're a smaller dude, you could like chop it down and your line can be like 78, 82 grams of protein. Women, I've said before, if you're inactive and you're sitting at a desk all day, there's less of a demand of protein. So you would take it down to like 60. I don't like when people go below 60. Yeah, 60 is like 2 ounces here and there, like 50 grams in weight here and there. That's a little bit of protein. Don't go too low because you'll start to develop those issues. Yes, protein deficiency. I digress. I mean, you want your gums, you know, to still be there. Your menstrual cycle to happen every month, because you don't want to like go through menopause too soon because you don't have material to build your reproductive system. Okay, guys, that's my protein rant. The shakes and the hemp and all this stuff, the pea, get rid of it. The egg shakes, make a Vince Gironda shake where you would do like raw pastured eggs, just clean the outside of the shell, and some coconut milk, throw some spinach for the potassium, throw some avocados, throw some chia, or if you don't want chia, throw some frickin' MCT oil in there, throw some avocado oil, and make a fantastic on-the-go smoothie. But I don't like when people eat smoothies because it's good to have peristalsis. Break down the food. That raises your metabolic rate. In the morning, protein and fat combination. Okay, guys, that's it. I know there's a million things about protein that I forgot to mention, but I'm sure you will write it in the comment section and tell me, what about this, what about that, what about this kind of protein, what about that kind of protein, but I just can't think of it right now because I'm spaz. Just did my 3rd video, so it's time for me to go. So, peace out, guys! Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm so stoked. How you doing? Oh yeah, if you wanna learn more, you need keto coaching, you can go to stephanieperson.com. It's my website. Or you can go to my fan page, which is Stephanie the Business Person with quotations. I try to answer everybody's questions. I try to get conversations between everyone because everybody's stories matter. Or you could go to my Instagram because that's where the young people are at, because I'm a young dork myself, at Stephanie Ketogenic, and I've got the 15-second videos and a lot of cool pictures and workouts and weird stuff. Okay, guys, peace out. Till next time. Ding, ding, ding.